we get started with what I'm gonna cook today, I want to say thank y'all so much for the support. Our channel, and yes, it's our channel because I'm here to support not only myself, my husband, but y'all. So y'all made this possible. We hit 1,000 subscribers. And so thank you so much for that. I know in the YouTube world, that is just baby steps, but who knew when I started this channel at the urging of my husband that I would even have 100 subscribers, let alone 1,000, and in such a short time. So thank y'all so much. I really appreciate it. And y'all know how to make a girl feel loved, really. And I told y'all in my last car chit chat that if I hit 1,000, or when I hit 1,000, not if, when I hit 1,000, that I would do, think about doing a live video. That's a little scary because on this video, if I don't like it, I can start over, I can edit it, I can do a lot of things. But on those lives, it is just, is there. Whatever it is, it is. And I've never done a live on YouTube. I think I've only done one on Facebook. So we're gonna learn together for sure. And there's nothing professional over here. It's just a girl, you know, just enjoying her journey, her maintenance journey, and helping her husband get to his lifetime goal and giving y'all a lot of support. So nothing fancy. But enough of you said that you were interested in a live. And so I'm gonna post another poll about days and times for y'all to choose. Now it shows up in the community tab. I do not know how YouTube pushes that out. I would assume if you're subscribed to my channel and you get the updates that it would push out to you, but I'm not sure. But so I'm telling you here, look for another poll in the community tab so you can go on and select what day and time best fits for you, and then we'll go from there. So I'm super excited and a little nervous about doing that, but we're going for it. I said I would do it, and I'm gonna do it. So we'll talk about whatever we want to talk about. We're in charge, right? Okay, now back to today's video. We're gonna make squash and zucchini casserole. I had some squash and zucchini that I picked up at Aldi just a couple days ago, and I was trying to figure out what to do with it. I didn't want to just have squash and onions, kind of boring. So I was looking on the internet last night, and I came across on Keeping Point a squash casserole, and I thought, well, okay, let me look at that. It looks pretty good, and it looks simple, and it's everything I had on hand already. So that was a plus. So I said, I'm gonna make that, and I thought, well, why not film it? Because it's low in points and bites. It's only two points or bites. So you can't beat that, and it's good, healthy vegetables, just minimal ingredients. So we're gonna make it together. I've never made it. I've never put it together before, so I'm famous for that, trying something I've never tried before. So let me give you the ingredients. I'm going to put them in the description box so you don't have to, you know, write down as I'm saying it right now, but they're really simple. It's just 2 cups of yellow squash, 2 cups of zucchini, sliced to about 1/4 inch thin. I did use my Pampered Chef mandolin to get those pretty even. My squash was a little misshapen, so I did the best I could with that. It called for butter, but I'm actually going to use olive oil. I'm going to use a tablespoon of olive oil. It called for shallots, but the recipe said if you don't have shallots, you can substitute a white onion. So I had a white onion. So I had about a 1/2 to 3/4 of a small white onion in the refrigerator already, you know, cut. So I went ahead and used that. I minced it really finely in my Pampered Chef manual food processor. I put in 2 cloves of garlic and processed those with the onions so it's all mixed in. It called for panko breadcrumbs, but I had Italian also in the cabinet, and I thought, well, that would give it a little more flavor. So we're gonna have air fried pork fingers tonight, and that's what we're gonna have with it. So I just felt like it would be a little more flavorful. And it called for a 1/4 cup Parmesan shredded cheese. But the last time on my Tuscan chicken bake that I used the shredded Parmesan cheese, I felt like it released too much oil. And so I had this in the refrigerator, and we love this. It's the 4C all natural Parmesan-Romano. So I mixed a 1/4 cup of that and a 1/4 cup of the breadcrumbs, and that's what I'm going to use instead of the shredded Parmesan cheese, and just some salt and pepper. But instead of salt and pepper, I'm going to use our favorite seasoning, Nature Seasoning blend. So that's it for the ingredients, and you cook it on 350 for about, well, how long does it say? Maybe 30 minutes, just until the squash is really nice and tender. So pretty easy peasy. All right, let's get going. I've already sliced my squash and my zucchini, so I've gotten that out of the way, and my onions and my garlic are ready to go, and my breadcrumb and my cheese are ready to go. So all I got to do now is saute my onions in a little bit of olive oil, and then we're going to get started putting this together. So let me turn the camera down. My stand is a little wobbly today, guys. Y'all just bear with me. I'm gonna have to get a new stand after all. I'm not sure what's going on with this one. See, it's a little wobbly. All right, let me get you a little bit closer without maybe giving you the speed wobbles here. Okay. All right, let me put in a tablespoon of olive oil. I'm trying to get in some healthier fats with my cholesterol, and just trying to get my numbers up, and it's a balancing act for sure. So let me get my onions in. I moved everything off the stove, so now I have to find it all. Okay, here's the onions and the shallots. I've already had my pan heating up. Turn it back up just a little bit. So we're gonna saute these for about 2 or 3 minutes, just till they're good and tender, because we're gonna put these over the top of the squash when we get it layered in the pan. All right, ooh, it's smelling good already. And like I said, I've never made this. I don't exactly know how it's going to turn out, but I think it's going to be pretty good, actually. All right, while this is cooking, let's talk about what you want to talk about in the live. Put in the comments below some questions you might want answered. If you want to know a little bit more about my journey, if you're new to the channel, I have lost 130 pounds with Weight Watchers. I've kept it mainly off for the last 15 years. I did gain a little bit back and went back to Weight Watchers last March, so about 14 months ago, and I've lost 35 pounds, so I'm completely back to goal now. And my husband joined me in September because he had some bad health reports, and he just wanted to change that for himself. And so he's lost nearly 50 pounds. He's at like a little over 45. He's only about 8 pounds from goal. So the things that you see on this channel, besides a whole lot of support, are just recipes that we love, that keep me on maintenance, keep him losing, weight. It always amazes me that the foods that I prepare are foods that not only help me maintain, but they help him lose. It's so strange to me how the body works. But we sometimes share recipes that we create ourselves. We sometimes share recipes from other creators or things that we find on the internet, and we kind of tweak them to fit us. So you'll see a little bit of everything. I recently got a Ninja Creamy, so you'll be seeing those recipes. And in fact, I just put in the freezer a salted caramel butterscotch base, so I can get that spun for us for ice cream tomorrow, because it takes 24 hours to freeze. So you get a lot of things. Grocery hauls are some of my very favorite things to do, because if we don't have the good groceries in the house, things that are going to help us, progress forward in our journey, we're not going to do well. So I love to grocery shop, and I love to show y'all what I find, and I love to watch other creators what they find, because it gives me ideas. So grocery hauls. My latest installment on the channel is car chit chats, and they've been really successful. It's a lot of fun. Usually the day after weigh-in, I'll jump on, and I'm usually going to buy groceries, or I'm going to town to do something, and we'll just jump on and have a little chit chat, and just talk and have a lot of fun. Sometimes I'll show you my nails if it's nail day, or if I pick up a TJ Maxx haul. Just a lot of fun. So it's just a different way to connect, rather than just standing here in front of the camera. So I wish I could smell this. This smells, it smells so much like garlic and just comfort. It smells like comfort to me. I'm just gonna let this go just a few more seconds, and then we're gonna get our squash put in our casserole dish. I think I have enough cut. If not, I'll stop the camera and cut a little bit more. Okay, I think that is pretty good. They look pretty sauteed. They've been going a couple minutes. All right, I'm gonna turn this off and move this off the heat. Try not to burn myself. Okay, let me get you over this way. All right, here is my squash I've already cut. I already have my pan sprayed with a little bit of cooking spray. And so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna layer our squash. I'm gonna try to do, you know, alternating colors and go from there. Ooh, it is a little slippery because of spraying the pan. All right. I may not be able to alternate. I may wind up with more yellow than green, but we'll see. All right. I know y'all probably don't want to see me alternate these all this time, so I'm going to stop the camera and I'm going to get them placed in the pan, and before I do the next step, I'm going to bring you back. So hang tight. We're back. All right, look how pretty this is. All right, I got that nice and layered. That was super, super simple. This serves 6, but I don't imagine it serving 6. I think we'll probably 4th it, and that may change the points just a little bit, maybe to 1 extra point, but that is going to be yummy. Okay, so before I put anything else on, I want to just season just a little bit because I don't want them to be bland at all. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of my nature's seasoning on top. Now this is not in a pourable, you know, form here. So I'm just going to try to get a little bit across the top of each row, because as it bakes, it's going to kind of melt down in there. Oh, it smells delicious. I wish we had smell-o-vision. That would be wonderful. Okay. It's yummy. I love fresh squash. This reminds me when I was a little girl. I used to spend the summers with my grandmother, and we used to go to the farmer's market in Columbus, Georgia, every Saturday morning. She had an old Dodge Dart, just in pristine shape, and she was the sweetest little, neatsiest, freetsiest little Grandma Myrtle you've ever seen. I miss her so much. But we used to go to the farmer's market, and we used to get fresh veggies and come home and cook them. And this reminds me of that. Not this recipe, but just the zucchini and spending time in the kitchen with her. Okay, the last step, we've already mixed our cheese and our breadcrumbs together. So all now we're going to do is we are just going to sprinkle this. And it called for this 8x8 pan, but I could see if you had a whole, just a whole bunch of squash, a whole mess of squash that you needed to cook, you could make this in like a 9x13, and oh my goodness, it would just feed a wonderful family of, you know, more than 2, more than my husband and I. Okay, and I feel like looking at this, I'll scrape up the goodness out of the pan for sure, but I feel like I could have cut the breadcrumbs in half and the cheese in half, but maybe we'll just have some goodness in the bottom of the pan that we'll share. All right. Okay, look at this. Okay, I'll bring you back up. Oh, speed wobbles there. This stand is killing me, y'all. It's killing y'all too, I'm sorry. All right, so I'm going to put this in the oven for about 30 minutes on 350, and we'll see how the doneness of the squash is at that point. And I'll bring you back at the end and show you the results, and we'll do a little taste test. So hang on. Hey y'all, we're out of the oven and it smells delicious. I did make a few recipe adjustments that I want to tell you about, and I'll make sure to link them in the description below. But when I checked it at 30 minutes, of course it was at 350 for 30 minutes. My zucchini was not done. And I think it's because it was in my convection oven and not my regular oven. So I upped the temperature to 375. I added about a half a cup of chicken broth in the bottom of the pan to help the zucchini steam. And it also made a little sauce with those extra breadcrumbs, so that was a bonus. And I added 30 minutes. Now your oven, you may do 350, 30 minutes, and it's perfect. You may have to adjust. So that's the beauty of recipes. You can just tweak them to fit your needs. So let me show you what it looks like, and then we're gonna taste test. Let me bring you down. Look at that yummy goodness. Oh, it looks so good, and it smells even better. All right, let's come back up, and we'll do a taste test. Me and this camera stand, we are gonna fight. I'm telling you, I gotta get a new one. All right, here we go. It is really, really good. I can taste the onion, I can taste the garlic, and the squash, and the zucchini. Delicious. All right, let me get this typed up and edited and ready for you guys for YouTube. So I hope you enjoy it, and if you do, let me know. I'll talk to you on the next video. Get out and do something for yourself today. Take a walk. Rest if you need to rest. Sometimes we just need to recharge. Read a book, phone a friend. You know, I always tell you to do something for yourself and put yourself first, because if you are doing that, then you are able to not only better care for yourself, but better care for those that you love, and your journey will go so much better. So thank you again. Please like and comment and share if you found this at all enjoyable, and subscribe and hit that bell so you'll know when I upload, and I will catch you guys on the next video.